So you have a dog and you heard about getting vaccinations for the dog and you're wondering why, what, how often. Stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I know about dog vaccinations. Samanantumelang mulweni abusheni di macheroni. Salam alaikum, namaste, good day, goeiedag, alweer, masekinders. My name is Winston and welcome to my channel, bushieswatboer. On this channel, we discuss everything relating to small-scale farming and those small projects that you can do yourself, save on some money and enjoy the fruit of your labor. But before we start, let's start with the disclaimer. None of us at bushieswatboer or Bushie Pets or Bushie Burgos are qualified veterinarians. We are no experts of the topic. The views that we share in this video are purely based on our own experience, on our own research, and you should use it at your own discretion, at your own risk. Now, the reason for the disclaimer is because people ask, Winston, my dog does this, that dog does that, and this, what do you think I should do? Now, the thing is, my dogs are generally very healthy, and I'll rather focus on prevention by vaccinating and paying this much every 3 weeks and every year than paying this much when the dog actually gets sick. Now, I will give my insight based on what I've read or based on what I've heard somebody else explained if the symptoms are the same, but I will always say go to the vet because that is what I will do if I don't know what's happening with the dog, if I haven't encountered it as yet. So rather take your dog to the vet if it's sick, but listen to this video because you might just be able to reduce your dog's illness. So what are dog vaccinations? I'll leave a picture for you here where it will say 5-in-1, 6-in-1, 7-in-1, the different type of vaccinations. But it's basically a vaccination or injection that you give your dog to help the immune system fight common diseases that might affect your dog or might attack your dog. The problem with that is I don't know all of these diseases. I can always only remember canine distemper and parvovirus. Parvovirus being very deadly in puppies. So you would want to vaccinate your dog when they are small. Now, I don't focus on the diseases because they are negative, and I'll rather focus on preventing them from ever happening by vaccinating the dog. Now, it's the same as you have a baby, and when you are discharged from hospital, you will get a clinic card where you will have to come back or go to the clinic after 6 weeks for the first vaccination. When you go there for the first vaccination, you'll get the next date, and then when you go there, you'll get the next date, either for vaccination, a drop, or general examination. And that is because you have to get that vaccinations up to date because it's recorded in the clinic card, because when your child turns 6 years old and you have to go to the school, you have to present them with proof that the vaccinations are up to date so that your child can be immune, rather not immune, but the immune system will be strong enough to fight off diseases that they might come in contact with when playing with other children. Now, the same thing with your pets, with your dogs. You have to go 6 weeks, first vaccination, 3 weeks later, second vaccination, 3 weeks later, the third vaccination. And with the third vaccination, you get an extra rabies vaccination with it. And after that, every year, you'll get the vaccination plus rabies. Then the next year, vaccination plus rabies. And that will be recorded in your vaccination record card. Now, why do you need to vaccinate your dog? Point number one, if you go on holiday or you go on a business trip and you have to take your dog to a kennel where it has to be dog sitted, they will want to see that your vaccination series is up to date. Otherwise, they will not allow your dog, because they will come in contact with other dogs, just like your child will come in contact with other children, and they will refuse you. Your dog will come in contact with other dogs, and they will not want to take responsibility when your dog gets sick. Secondly, you are just protecting your dog from getting sick and avoiding those big hefty vet bills that can like add up to a lot. I think I remember the last time when Lisha, my very first dog, she had an abscess. That was the second time I took her to the vet. She had an abscess, and I think I paid over 2,000 rand for her to stay. She had to stay over. They put a drain in. She had to stay overnight, and then I went to fetch her the next day with a lot of medication, and I paid over 2,000 rand. I mean, that's an abscess. You can't avoid that. Things happen. So things like that can happen. But I mean, things like parvovirus, skin and distemper, adenovirus, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it properly. Those are the ones that you help your dog fight against. The third reason is because you are the second one, you're helping your dog fight against these diseases. Thirdly, and most importantly, you are protecting other people, because if your dog bites somebody else and your vaccinations are not up to date, it can be fatal. You can land up in jail, you can pay hefty fines, or both. It can be, somebody can die because your dog bit somebody and the vaccinations is not up to date, especially if the dog is infected with rabies. That's the most dangerous one, when they bite a human being. So it's not just about getting a puppy. Oh, I like a puppy, I would like a pet. You know, there's a lot of responsibility going into that. And I'll leave a link over here for you to watch, where I discuss things that you need to consider when getting a puppy. It's a lot of things that you need to consider. I mean, it's nice to have a dog. Yes, I know it's nice to have a dog, but you have to consider other people's safety as well. Now, kids do funny things. I mean, my child jumps over my dog. He will ride her like a horse. But because they grew up together, and I will do a feature on Shasha as well to show you these things. Because they grew up together, she allows it. But now you have a stranger at your house. How many times have we heard a dog attacking a child? Don't know what happened. Now we blame the dog. And now maybe the injuries were so severe it was fatal, but it's also the owner's responsibility because their vaccinations was not up to date. That's how important it is. But now there is also another factor, that because other people would want to have vaccinations, but they don't have 700. I mean, if I take my dog now to the vet, I will pay at least 700 rand for the vet to tell me your dog is healthy, give them the vaccination, write in the clinic book or sign the vaccination record card, and give me a date to come back. 700 rand. Bushy Pets, we sold our vaccinations for 150 rand. And some of our customers would say, Winston, I cannot do the injections. Please, can you do it for me? Then we'll do it for free. And we'll even give you the card. Yes, we are not qualified to do it, but people want that. And we are busy planning on speaking to the powers that be in order for us to do vaccination drives, to see what is required from us to do vaccination drives to help the people that really want to have their dogs vaccinated but can't afford it. If you are the dog professional, you know about this, the law issues about it, please come in contact with us, because we would like to have the vaccination drives. I mean, if you want to offer your service, I mean, we can buy the stock and you offer the service by vaccinating the dogs. I mean, we're not going to do vet checks. That's the thing. We don't want to do health checks with the dogs. We know the dogs will be vaccinated, but we don't have the insight to know that this dog has this dog might have that. You know, we just want to do the vaccinations so people can have proof that their pets are vaccinated and they themselves are protected, and their dogs are protected as well, and the family that comes and visits them are protected as well. That's what we want to do, but there are things that are preventing us from doing it. So we are saying, for Bushy Pets, give us some time just to do the necessary, you know, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, in order to get our go ahead to do vaccination drives. The worst that can happen is us just selling the vaccinations, but be sure that in the next video I'm in another video, not in the next video, in another video, I'm going to show you how to vaccinate your dog. So if you are scared of doing it, I'm going to show you how to vaccinate your dogs. There are 2 dogs of mine that needs to be vaccinated. So I'm going to do it twice in a video so you can see how I do it. Then you can be able to do it yourself. Buy the vaccinations, do it yourself. It will be cheaper. The only thing is that it's not a vet, you are not a registered or qualified vet that will be able to sign your vaccination record. What does protect you is that your dog's vaccinations is up to date. And that is the whats and the whens and the whys of dog vaccinations. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments section down below, and we'll be sure to answer that for you. There are people that think that 1 vaccination is enough. I think I've addressed that issue. Obviously, it's up to you. You know, you have your own way of doing things. You believe in in certain things, and we cannot take that away from you. But we like to give you with the facts of how to just protect yourself, how to protect your animals, how to protect the people around you. Like I say, if you like this video, give me the like button, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed as yet, I left that button here the whole video, all through the video, and I'm going to leave it there all through all my videos. Please destroy that button. I need 1,000 views, please. And if you need somebody that needs to see this video, that needs to view this video, please share this video with somebody that owns dogs so that they can understand what the importance is of having your dogs vaccinated. It's not just about making money. The vets are not making money. They are doing very good job. They are doing an excellent job. The vets are really doing an excellent job. It's the only thing is that we all can't afford them. And if we love dogs, I mean, I had a customer once where I delivered dog food to, and she told me that she has over 10 dogs there. I mean, 10 Yorkies. 10 Yorkies, I mean 10 small dogs like that, 700 rand every time you have to take them to the vet, every time you have to deworm them, tick and flea treatment, whatever you use. I mean, if you use Provecto, I mean, how expensive Provecto is, but there is the cost that you need to consider if you want to keep a dog, but it's only for your own good to do all of these things. Oh yeah, so by the way, I'm in my office again, and because I'm trying this thing. Remember I showed you this in a previous video. If you haven't seen this video, I'm gonna leave a link right here for you. This is the set that I'm using as we speak. I don't have the mic as yet. I'm using the phone. I'm using the light right now. You can see I'm setting the light again. Let me just set the light. It's changes. You can see the light changing. That's because I love this. I'm loving this. Yeah, but it's it for me for now. Until next time, keep well, stay safe, stay blessed. Away.